Channel, and tonight we're playing Mutant Football League, and I got a special guest with me. It is Fenn from the Campy Company. What's up, Fenn?
Oh, doing good, doing good.
So how much Mutant Football League have you played? You obviously got the game.
I played a little bit of it when I first got it. It's actually a funny story. I ordered it online. I actually got the London version, and the Europe version, but I didn't realize that till I tried updating the game, and I realized that, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta get a second one. So the one I have now is the American version. I have the European version. So it's funny how that works sometimes. So I got 2 copies though, because I never know if I might meet someone who may want to get into the game. But yeah, at first when I got it, I didn't play as every team, but I played the matches for all of them, so I'm kind of familiar with them. But when they did the DLC update, they updated some of the rosters too, so I had to go through that quickly. But yeah, I'm pretty familiar with this game a little bit. I thought about doing like a dynasty mode, but I thought I'd wait to do it for video review, because I knew if I did it once, it'll be a while before I get the urge to do it again.
Yeah, I do have this game also on the Nintendo Switch. That one's the Dynasty mode, but I haven't actually played through that yet.
Yeah, I've heard some good things about it. I heard it was a little easy to get your team to be pretty dominant, but I haven't heard any complaints about it by any means.
All right, I'm going with the hometown Midway Mutants.
I had a feeling you were gonna pick Chicago. I was playing as the Maniacs earlier, so I think I'm gonna do them.
All right, let's go.
All right.
What's up, Corey Hill? How's it going? So who do you guys think is going to win this game? Myself or Fenn? Is that your first name, Fenn, or is that your nickname?
It's just my name, just my legal name, Fenn. I was named after my granddad.
Okay, I haven't heard that name too much. That's pretty cool.
Thanks. Yeah, it's a pretty rare name. I think there was one other person my mom discovered. She was watching a soap opera, and she discovered a character, either the character's name or the actor's name. I think it was the character's name was named Fenn, and I think he was like some conniving bad guy. So I got a kick out of that. But yeah, I actually played the original version of this game too, and that one was pretty good too.
Oh, you mean the one on Sega Genesis?
Yeah, I enjoyed that one a lot too. Though I admit, I feel like if on a technical level, I feel like this game might be the better version.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that game, there was just nothing like it back then, where you had a football game that had all this crazy violence in it, but then it was based off of the NFL. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, because there wasn't really any crazy football games either. I mean, there was Cyberball.
There was High Impact, which Midway made that one.
Yeah, I saw some Genesis pics of it, Genesis ports of it at the game stores, but I haven't got it. But my Retro Trio only plays the square-shaped Genesis sports games. It's weird because I tried playing with rectangular Genesis games like NBA Jam, and oh shoot, but oh man,
He's going. Yeah, so what is it that you like about playing all these sports games? Do you like competing against others, or you just love sports in general? Because you do a lot of reviews on your YouTube channel, The Campy Company.
Yeah, I actually, I grew up, I played sports when I was young. I played football, baseball, and basketball. So I kind of had a love for it already. And then when my first video game and console I ever got was Spider-Man 2 for the GameCube. So that was kind of when it started for me with video games. But I always loved games, but I never got super into sports games until I got a PS2 from my neighbor, the Slim. I have it to this day. And
the PlayStation 2 Slim.
Yeah, and I think the first game that I got from it was Power Drone, which is a very mediocre racing game. And then it's weird. I don't remember why I got it, but
got the first.
Okay. All right.
Have you ever won a game in this by death?
By death? I actually haven't. I am curious on that, what that would look like, but I haven't. But yeah, like the first sports game I ever got was Madden 04. I don't know why I picked it. I just remember getting it.
Oh no.
And I think I played that one the most. When I first played it, it was a learning curve, and what I did was I created, I took the Lions roster from the magazine, and I slowly created, all their players, even players that were technically in the NFL at that point. And,
touchdown Bears or Mutants.
Oh, man.
Did you bribe the ref on the last one?
I did, yes. I did bribe the ref. Yeah, it's very, there's a lot of in-depthness in this game. I feel like this version kind of captured it a little better than the original. I feel like the original being based on, I think it was a Madden engine, 93 or 94 or something. I feel like some people, yeah, and that could have been seen as a learning curve for some people, I think, when they go back to it, especially people that aren't familiar with Genesis games.
Yeah, that's true. This one's more like NFL Blitz.
Oh yeah, definitely, especially with having the announcer Tim Kuchero, having him in it really kind of gives it that vibe too.
Oh, definitely, yeah. He was in pretty much most of sports arcade games with Midway, and then he's even been in the remakes, like the NBA Jam one, On Fire Edition that was on Xbox 360 and PS3, and then trying to think, he was in something. Oh, the NFL Blitz remake too. I think he's the announcer in that.
Yeah, I wonder, do they still have it sold online for the PS4, or did they take that down?
That's a good question. I don't know. I have it on PlayStation 3. It was virtual, digital only. There's only a few select games that I've bought that way, and that was one of them.
Maximum Football was the first one I've done that with. I'm usually pretty strict on getting getting the hard copy version. I just don't like because technology has always been a fickle thing, and I always like actually owning the copy.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I like the physical media. It's hard to always rely on the internet.
Yeah.
To make it happen for you, or even if it's downloaded, there's certain instances where it can backfire on you.
Yeah.
It's like my iPhone. I've bought like games way back in the day, but I don't even know what they are anymore. And I don't have physical copies of. It's not like I could sell them to some other person who has an iPhone. I'm just stuck with them.
Yeah. I forgot what the timeout button was.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the share button. I think you could just hit options and then call the timeout.
Yeah.
Ref Rampage. Here we go.
Oh man.
Oh boy. I didn't last too long there. Well, if you're watching this, please chat in. Let us know what you think of Mutant Football League. It's been a while since I played this. This is one of the few more modern games that I like to play. It's pretty much retro inspired by sports arcade games, NFL Blitz, and of course the original Mutant Football League. And they do keep updating the rosters and adding teams and stuff, which is nice.
I actually heard the next one they plan on adding is Baltimore, like this month, I think.
Oh, really? That would be interesting.
Yeah, I would love to see Baltimore. Baltimore's always been, I would say, probably my favorite team other than the Lions is probably Baltimore. And Baltimore, Seattle, really any team. Cleveland and Dallas are teams I don't really care for. I mean, I probably have to throw New England there too, just because it's New England.
Yeah. Chief Crazy Buffalo in the chat says, I want to get this game. There is a physical copy of this game. I think it's like, what, $30 maybe?
Yeah, it is tricky to find, though, because I remember looking at GameStops all the time for it, and they never had it. I finally found one in the used section, so I kind of got lucky there for the American version. The European version I had to order online because I was just getting fed up with trying to find it in stores.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about the Ravens this year in the NFL. They lost to the Browns. The Browns put a 40 spot on them at home.
Yeah, that's not a good sign. I mean, Browns show promise. I will say that. And I feel like the only way they were able to do that is by going 0-16, because I feel like in order for a team to get better, they have to hit true rock bottom. I think that's how the Lions just got better, was just because they went 0-16 and they just hit true rock bottom. I mean, they're still trying to climb, but at least they're more tolerable.
Yeah, the Lions, they were in that game. Oh, I fell. Horrible.
Looks like they're just going to pound it up the middle all night, Bricks. I call that the honeymoon offense.
Yeah, the Lions, they had that one play where they fumbled at the goal line, and then they took it back for a touchdown. That's like, you know, what you expect to happen to the Lions.
Yeah, but it was still a great game, though. It really, truly went back and forth. I couldn't imagine a better game, in all honesty.
All right, we got a game. Yeah, Chief Crazy Buffalo. No penalty. I didn't even ride the ref.
Dang it.
At least I don't think I did. Chief Crazy Buff said, I don't have PS4. I know I can get this game on the PlayStation Store. It's also on Xbox 360, Switch, and I think PC it came out on first.
Yeah, PC. Yeah, I think it might have been PC first. I don't quite recall.
And this is a first and long since offense says it's time to put the ref out of his misery.
Got him. I'll accept that penalty too. No problem.
Yeah.
Motor City Maniacs. Fenn's the only guy brave enough to use them.
I just don't trust the refs. I rather just start with a clean slate in case I don't want to score again. Because this is the type of game where they might do multiple penalties on you.
Yeah, with this game, I think with the dirty tricks and stuff and how quick the quarters go by, it feels like at least one possession a game gets killed by the nature of the bribing the ref and the dirty tricks.
And oh, I'm sorry. You go ahead.
I just said I wish the games were a little bit longer, so that
I think yeah. Sorry. I was just gonna say I think you can extend the clock. Oh shoot!
It's user pick, Killy Smack.
Dang it. Oh.
Deontay Jenkins, good to have you in the chat.
Dang it. But yeah, I think I just noticed this a while ago that it's simming like a Tecmo style, which I think is pretty cool because sometimes I like to have the games a bit longer, but I also want them short at the same time, if that makes any sense.
No, that's why we play Tecmo Super Bowl so much. I feel like it's the perfect amount of time for a game. Because it's about 20, 25 minutes depending on what's going on in the game, you know?
Yeah.
What's up, Infamous Smoke? How's it going?
Oh.
We're here with Fenn from the Camping Company. He does a YouTube channel. He does many sports game reviews. So see what's up with him. We gotta get you to stream like this on your channel. I'd love to see you stream some Maximum Football straight to YouTube.
I would totally stream Maximum Football. I'm gonna experiment with it a little bit. I'm waiting for the update to come out to see how much improved it is, because I would like to do some more streaming. My biggest thing has always been trying to get the tech, because I'm not the techiest person in the world. So I know my friend Mike, who also does stuff on the channel, he knows how to do the stuff through the Elgato machine, and streams through updates through that. He streams on Mixer, but he doesn't really do sports games. The Madden 19, I think, kind of ruined his enthusiasm for a while, because he played that for quite a bit.
Infamous Smoke says he already knows who you are and he watches some of your stuff.
Oh yeah, I know. I saw that he subbed for the channel. I try to do a little bit of everything on the channel. It's something I've wanted to do for a long time, but I always it was a bit overwhelming at first until I started getting into the rhythm of it.
Yeah. Oh, I never could use the shotgun that well.
I don't think I've ever used a shotgun trick. I don't think I've played with a team with that yet.
It's hard to use. This isn't a Midway production. It's actually, Tim Kittrow's from Midway, the announcer, but it's, Digital Dreams? What's up, Sports Ball Gaming? Yes, Mutant Football League. Make a little comeback on the channel here. I know I've played you before, but you're a little bit too good for me in this game, let's be honest.
Oh man, I was so close. I thought, for a second there, oh wait, it's 7-7. No, wait, I didn't score a touchdown. Oh man.
Yeah, see, I feel like I wish the game was a little bit longer.
Yeah, I don't know if you could adjust the length of the clock at the Play Now screen. Because I feel like with the sim clock, like 5 minutes with the sim clock would be a more thorough representation of the length of the game.
Yeah, so Sportsball Gaming in the chat, he's an elite player in this game. I think he's won a couple online tournaments, but he's really dove deep into the game, and I think he works on the game now, is what he's saying. I think he told me that a few months back. So sometimes your passion for something can turn into something you get to work on. So that's great to hear stories like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think I accidentally exited out of that, so I just re-invited you.
All right, let's get one more in because that was pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm game for one more. Yeah, I think I might pick something a team with a bit more firepower. Let's see. I also like the extra teams they add in this, like the Full Metal, like
the Tokyo Terminators.
Tokyo Terminators. What was the other one? They were Full Metal Mayhem, like. Just a bunch of rock stars in it. That's the only thing. I wish they had a few more of those in this. And I think that would be, or even some historic teams from like the Sega Genesis version would be pretty cool. I think they have a few of them in there, but let's see. I think I'm gonna be.
I'm gonna go with the Cleveland Browns parody here.
Oh wow. Let's see.
Hell Wreckham.
I think I'm gonna go with. Oh man, I need something. And I think I'm gonna. Man, this is tough.
Are there some teams missing? Like I feel like the Patriots are missing or something.
Not every team's in there.
They're just not as good. Well, yeah, I know they didn't parody every team.
Yeah. The Patriots, they're in here. I think I'm gonna go with. All right, I think I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Kansas City. I'm gonna go with Kansas City.
All right, let's see how it goes. Yeah, that's what it was, because they were like 92 overall, and now they're 87. So
yeah,
it went down a little bit, but. Why did Sportsball Gaming? Why did they go down? Because I'm hearing that their defense in the NFL is supposed to be one of their best. Like, what did they lose from being Super Bowl champion to go down 5 overall?
I think they lose Amendola and the Flowers, Trey Flowers.
Okay.
That could have been it. They both went to the Lions, actually.
There he is, Tie Freak Thrill. Yeah, what's his name on the Kansas City's quarterback? Mahomes, yeah, he didn't have that great of a game versus the Lions. He didn't get any touchdown passes.
Yeah, a lot of it was just pure like back and forth. It's like there was an X factor in that game that was playing a part, like some like football magic or something. Because a lot of those plays were just like some of those fumbles like the Lions had, there was just a guy literally punching a ball out of the guy's hands. I don't think I saw anything quite like that, where they just literally punched the ball.
So Sportsball Gaming is saying some players left and some declined probably. So declining, mean like decline their likeness? I didn't know they could do that.
I think just decline to return, because it would be weird to decline likeness in this, because
it's not really them.
Yeah, because I follow like on Twitter down. On Twitter I follow like Kerryon Johnson, and even he said that he's not a fan of Madden. So I'm wondering how many football players are against Madden.
The football players are against Madden?
Some of them, like Kerryon Johnson, I follow his Twitter, and he said he doesn't like Madden. So...
Yeah, I mean, it's this stranglehold on the NFL license has just gone on way too long. I did not see this happening when I first heard about it. I mean, it's just crazy.
Oh yeah, I think it's ridiculous, especially when you see EA's other sports offerings, and even though they have their own issues with their own versions of the online gambling, gaming, and whatever, at least they have the depth to support offline stuff like NHL, and even live. I wouldn't mind playing, especially.
Oh my God, how'd they get through?
That was some football magic right there.
I don't know what happened there.
I definitely love the humor in this game. This game resonates well with me because I also love a lot of horror stuff, especially campy, funny horror stuff. So this is kind of a double winner for me, this kind of game.
Yeah, what I noticed about this game is I can't really play it in front of my daughter.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is.
It's not really the one to bust out.
Oh yeah, definitely. This game is definitely not a kid friendly game. And the thing is that even growing up, when I played a lot of football stuff, I didn't always play video games. When I got to college, I just didn't really play video games all that much. At all really.
Thanks for stopping by, Sports Ball Gaming. We'll see you later. Keep working on the game, making it better.
Yeah. But yeah, and a lot of it was they just felt I was getting older, and I kind of wanted the games to have a bit more of a edge to them. I kind of wish this came out when I was in college, because if it did, I would have played this like crazy.
This would have been good to have some drinking games and.
Yeah. Would have been awesome. Would have been awesome. This would be a creative team feature. That would be pretty cool.
And he really wants it. What is this, 80s wrestling?
Chief Crazy Buffalo says this would be the type of game I would play if something like this was on PS2.
Ooh. Yeah, I think the only game like this that could have been on the PS2 is probably the Blitz the League, the first one for the PS2. That's the closest I could think of for something like that.
Yeah, but then you do have the NFL Street games, and
oh yeah, definitely. I actually just got NFL Street a while ago. I'm probably gonna do a video on it at some point once everything gets more caught up, because I do videos in advance, like crazy.
Yeah, I'd like to see your opinion on that, because I never really got into that series too much.
I think there's not a lot of games that I despise. In fact, I think the only sports game I played that I actually did not like was Madden 19.
Yeah.
Because it was weird, because at first, yeah.
People are just sick of it, you know?
Yeah, because when I first played it, I played the Play Now, I'm like, okay, this is whatever. I mean, I played the PS3 Madden games, so they were a little familiar with that. The graphics, I guess, were okay, but they didn't wow me like they should have for having so little in the game, depth-wise. And
right.
I tried the franchise mode, and at first I'm like, okay, this isn't bad. I did fantasy draft with the Lions, and I thought, okay, I used to do this a lot with them, and I thought, okay, this could be pretty fun. And then I tried playing a game of it, with the sim settings and the random clock.
Oh, great.
There goes Baker Minefield.
There goes Baker Minefield.
Oh, but I tried doing it, and I was a couple games in. I ended up simming because I didn't find the gameplay all that fun. I started slowly simming more games, and then it just crashed. And I just was like, I just got fed up with it, and I was just like, I'm not playing this ever again. Oh, shoot.
There we go. Chief Crazy Buffalo says, NBA Live 2001 and NFL 2K5 were the only sports games I had as a kid.
Oh, well, Live 2001.
Well, Live 2001, if you had the one on PS2, that one I don't like, in retrospect. I played a lot of it, too, when I first got the system, but it's rough.
I remember
NFL 2K5, I mean, that's one of the best games to have if you only have a couple games.
Yeah, I remember watching that video when you played 01 and you had it on, like, the highest difficulty.
Yeah.
And that could have been it, though, too. I mean, if you tried on maybe, like, the standard difficulty, it might have been more palatable. But I don't think you're alone in that opinion, because I read a lot about sports games, like reviews and stuff, and games in general in my spare time, and that one didn't do the best. It wasn't until 03 where they found their stride again, I think.
Yeah, definitely, 2003. By that time, it started to get better. I mean, 2001, it was hard to even just get the dunk or layup animation. They just want to pull up for jumpers. Which is surprising because the other games that EA put out early in the PS2 life cycle were really good, like NHL 2001 and Madden 2001.
Oh yeah, that reminds me, I'm getting a Madden 2001 franchise mode review ready to air. I've been doing a lot of those, and I'm going to do an NHL game after that, actually, because I haven't done an NHL game. NHL game before, a season mode. Ooh, what's the penalty on? Oh, dang it.
Excessive farting, there you go.
Oh, god damn it. It's probably the pre-game meals. I imagine they probably eat from, like what provides the food in this universe? Probably, I know Hexon oil is a big thing in this. You know, that's something I wouldn't mind seeing, like, a view. I think there was an animated series based on this world.
Oh yeah, there is a cartoon of this game. I never watched it, but I've definitely heard about it.
It's a tie game at the end of quarter two. The teams are deadlocked.
Yeah, I think it would be pretty cool to see something like that, especially nowadays where so many people are looking to create content. Like, this is just screaming for its own world. It'll be interesting to watch too, because they could do so much with it. I don't know if they could do it live action though, because then they probably do a lot of CGI, and it may not be the most pleasant thing to see.
Yeah, no,
but
definitely not.
But I don't know. I think it'd be Keanu Reeves.
Oh crap! I'm not good about. So,
yeah, this is tough.
Thinking about doing a Tecmo season. Would you mind if I posted it, Tom? Don't want to tread on your waters. Yeah, go right ahead. What do you mean you're thinking about doing a Tecmo season? You going to stream it? Which version of Tecmo are you talking about? The NES version, Super Nintendo?
Wow, that's the first time I've won that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I did terrible that time. We got 7-7 at halftime. Hanging in there.
Yeah, but yeah, there's definitely more they can put in this game. I kind of hope, part of me kind of hopes they'll release another hard copy version of it with all the stuff, but I feel like it's too tempting for them to just do it online, considering they're independent.
Yeah, I don't think they're looking to make another physical copy.
Yeah, and I get it. It's understandable being in their shoes. I'm just like, I wonder if they'll do other sports like hockey, basketball, and even baseball. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. I think they're thinking about hockey next, if that's what they were talking about. That makes sense.
I haven't played the Hockey Genesis version of it, although since it's based on the NHL 94 engine, that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So Infamous Smoke says, stream it, NES, Super Tecmo Bowl be practicing. Okay, cool. I think that'll be fun to watch. Post it wherever in the Discord.
And it's 1st and 10.
It's all yours.
And he'll pick up 7 yards on that play.
All right, it's time to get serious. We got 7-7 game.
2nd and 3.
Get that pick.
And this ref is definitely on the take with a bogus penalty.
Dang it.
Right time to bribe the ref. See, that's how it works. You bribe the ref, you think your opponent's going to do something big. He did.
It's funny because I actually bribed the ref before that play. So I guess Kansas City isn't a very, I guess the Cleveland Burns have more money than me. Yeah, I guess Cleveland Burns just have more money on their hands, I guess.
I guess so. I guess the defense wins on those. From the smoke, he's been playing a dynasty with University of Kentucky NCAA football. Glad to hear that's coming back.
Oh yeah, I've seen videos. I have never got a chance to watch them, but they always intrigued me. I was wondering when they were going to come back, because I might watch them at some point. It's just tough for me to keep up. I watch so much stuff that it's hard to keep up with things sometimes, because...
What's nice about today's culture, though, and what you watch is you could choose exactly what you want.
Oh yeah, definitely. I enjoy it a lot, because once I catch up with my current shows that are going to end, I'm just going to stick with shows that are done, because what happened was when I binge watched stuff that was ongoing, I watch it, and then a year later they'll add the next season. Oh, shoot, I messed that up. And then I just go a whole year without watching, and I just be lost and stuff. So.
Alright, let's see. I haven't found the defense in this that like always works for me.
Yeah, I think, and you know what, I noticed another thing too. They make the kickers strong enough to kick far, but not to the point to get touchbacks.
Oh, they want those returns.
Oh yeah,
I
just
suck
at
kicking.
I don't know if you knew this, but there's actually different variations to the field goal scoring, like 30 yards 3 points, a 40 yarder 4 points, and a 50 yarders 5 points.
In this?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, you don't, there's that many opportunities for them, because I feel like most of the time people get close enough for a 30 yarder at the least, but...
There aren't too many players that kids can look up to at home. I'm glad one guy is stepping up.
Oh wow. Must have been through that giant guy's legs.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Being big didn't help me out there. I'm like Walmart, always open, and like UPS, only deliver. Alright, the pressure's on to deliver on my next offensive possession.
Yeah, part of me was kind of hoping because I never played online on this before, that there'd be an option for an online season or something.
Yeah.
Because I know you're, yeah. Because I know you're.
That would be a lot to do though for them.
Yeah. Because I know you were.
This is kind of like Maximum Football, where they're just a small development team. I don't.
Oh, yeah,
I think they got more than 3, but
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
crap. I didn't even know you could do that.
Oh yeah, you could lateral in this game. There's option plays. I think each team, not every team has them though. Like Kansas City, I know it's my team has option plays.
Sometimes you learn the hard way. I just bumped L2 and threw the ball backwards.
And it's 1st and 10. He is fighting for every yard. Oh man, about a 6-yard gain.
It seems like the offensive players too can break quite a few tackles.
Yeah, I think a lot of that could also have to do with maybe like the difficulty settings too.
And the ground game is starting to soften up the defense. 1st down.
Oh, we're gonna have to win by kill.
I think a lot of it too is it's kind of like Tecmo Super Bowl where I think they wanted like it to be offensive enough because they knew the games were going to be short, so the stats in the sports reflected more of like like I will say like the depth in this game though is pretty good because I remember messing around looking at the depth chart and it's very intuitive.
I feel like this game offensively is more like NFL Street, where it's pretty easy to score. It's harder to play defense. Like right there, I felt like I should have tackled you.
Oh yeah, I mean,
like I was right there, I dove and I went right through you.
Yeah, if this was NFL Blitz, I would have had a 3-yard loss if I tried to run that play in the end.
Yeah, those are the kind of things like what just happened right there that frustrate me a little bit about this. Like it's just the offensive players are just overpowered with the tackles they could break.
Yeah. But yeah, because I know you're trying to start a thing with Tecmo Throwback through Xbox One. I mean, I would think a league of this game would be pretty cool too, because.
Yeah, this game has its own Discord channel, and they have run some online tournaments that have paid out.
Yeah.
The guy that was commenting, Sports Ball Gaming, I know he played in a few, and I think he won a couple.
Yeah, because this could be a lot of fun to compete in because you got so many.
Oh my God.
Wow.
This is going like a real Cleveland Browns game.
Oh, yeah.
My goodness.
Oh.
Well, it looks like you're going to take this one. I'm all out of tricks, dirty tricks. I'm all out of special powers.
I don't know why I'm in a hurry up.
What's up, Heretic Ninja? How's it going? Is that Chris? So Joe Slowhurt. Man, this game just went bad for me in the second half. I do feel like the speed of some of your guys was messing me up.
Oh yeah, they're a very speedy team. Yeah, I like that they kept like a lot of the same creatures. They didn't try to like create a bunch of weird new stuff, that convoluted stuff. They kept it simple, like the aliens are aliens, the mutants are mutants, orgs are orgs, kind of thing.
So Heretic Ninja says he's playing some FIFA 20. How is that game? I know. At least with soccer, there's some competition still. There's Pro Evolution Soccer.
Yeah, it's weird. When I did digging, Konami did make sports games and everything except for football. I couldn't find anything for football, which I thought was strange, considering they put so much effort into the other stuff. But
Konami?
Yeah, they never made a football game, I don't think.
They did. It's on Super Nintendo.
Ooh. Huh, I wonder if it's good.
Capcom made one on Super Nintendo as well.
Huh. I probably did see them when I looked through the Wikipedia page of sports games. I just either they didn't have links to them or there wasn't hardly any information on them. But yeah, I've always liked the first sports games, Madden 04 and Slugfest 04. I was really into the 04s for some reason, and then the NCAA 04 I played a lot of too.
Yeah. So do you want to play a rubber match, or are you done?
Oh, I'm good. I can play one more.
All right, let's do this.
Okay.
So Heretic Ninja's saying there's one on PS2 that Konami made.
Oh wait, didn't Konami made those Disney sports games with the Disney characters?
That could be.
That could have been it. I think that's it. This one was the soccer version. They did football and basketball too.
All right, send the invite again.
Yeah, I'm sending the invite.
Here, let me send it this time. Try to join.
Okay.
See if it works, because I want to be the home team this time.
Alright, that makes sense.
Alright, I sent it.
Alright, just got it. I'm happy that the internet here is running pretty smoothly.
Konami made some ESPN sports games.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to oh yeah, I remember some of those. I don't know if they made the one that we played just recently, NBA Tonight on Dreamcast. Game's bad.
I saw you guys take that on. I'm like, oh boy, they're in a show for that one.
It's really bad, especially when you play NBA 2K before it, and then you gotta go play that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I am pretty close. All I need is like NBA 2K2 and NHL 2K2, and I can do those original series too.
Insane Colts. They're pretty good ratings.
Oh man, let's do.
We'll go with Micro Hard Mutilators.
Micro Hard. Oh yeah, the Seattle version. Okay, let's go with
Seattle.
Or Seattle. I'm gonna go dead even. I'm gonna go with the Carolina.
All right. It's a good matchup.
Yeah.
Cam Newton versus Russell Wilson.
Oh man. Yeah, and it's weird I picked that team because I'm not a big Cam Newton fan. I don't know. Ever since like Super Bowl 50, I watched that at college. It was like the big screen. I was like, oh, Super Bowl 50, this is gonna be awesome. And it's like, it's better than the last Super Bowl with Rams and Patriots. I hated that Super Bowl.
Well, the Broncos defense dominated Super Bowl 50.
It's ironic they won like that, considering they lost to Seattle because they were an offensive team.
Yeah, I expected them to win the year before that.
Yeah,
so
I would.
Chief Crazy Buffalo saying an arena football version of this game would be dope.
Oh, arena football. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I'm close to pushing the button on ordering Kurt Warner arena football online. I have the other two versions.
I have the Kurt Warner arena football.
Yeah, I'm a huge arena football fan. Ever since I discovered it on like ESPN when they used to air stuff like arena football and Canadian football. I loved it when they did that. I kind of wish they do more stuff like that.
Well, the XFL's coming.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I look forward to that. I was upset when the AFF got canned. I really loved watching them. Even if they didn't have any Detroit teams, I would still watch them just because of how unique they were.
Yeah, it's a pretty good presentation. I think the XFL though has it right with the TV deals they got. They're going to be on Fox, FS1, I think, ESPN.
Oh yeah, they got it totally right. But the AFF, what they got right was the rules. They made so much smart rules with what they did and everything. I think the only thing that ruined them, I almost wonder if it would have benefited them if they had if they were in better markets, because some of those markets were like interesting choices. Like, oh man, I don't remember some of them, but I'm kind of glad they did though, because I imagine for some places like Alabama or something like that doesn't have a professional team, appreciates a league that's not afraid to. Wow.
Heretic Ninja saying it's been 12 years since the last arena football game. Oh, here we go, audible. Let's go get this guy. This hurry up offense. Oh man.
And nothing was going to stop him from getting into the end zone.
Except maybe self-doubt, but he seems to have worked through it.
Well, if you do the hurry up offense, then I can't really adjust my defense, so that worked out pretty good.
Yeah, it's strange how they do that. They just have a formation for it, and they just let you go to town with it. It's a bit more intuitive, actually, compared to like just holding a button after every play, actually.
Right. Wham Newton having a game of his life. Yeah, I think the XFL has a real opportunity because there's a lot of things that go on in NFL games today that people are just unhappy about. Like they added this challenge thing, the pass interference, but then it seems like every time it's challenged, they don't care. Like they just leave it as be when clearly most of these are pass interference. The receiver's getting contacted before the ball gets there, but they don't care.
Yeah, and here's something that Arena Football did, and I wish NFL did, was that when a play was challenged or they had to review a play, the camera people would follow the ref into the review booth, and they in the ref with a guy will go through deciphering the play and coming up with a conclusion on camera and for the whole audience.
And this game is up for grabs.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, and I like seeing that because it made it more understandable instead of like, I don't like keeping the mystery. It doesn't help that the refs in the NFL already have a reputation of being kind of very bad credibility. Something like that would have helped them.
This is not going to go well right here. So Heretic Ninja's saying that Konami made the game they made was NFL Primetime 2002.
Oh wow, I'm gonna have to take a look at that sometime.
Yeah, I don't remember ever playing that one. That's good knowledge right there.
Oh shoot. The only thing about these controllers is that sometimes I accidentally press the pause button. And, oh wow.
Yeah, I do that too. I definitely do that too, where it slips down and you hit options.
Yeah.
I don't think it's laid out that well. Like I could go without this big touchpad in the middle. It's the most comfortable controller probably that I've ever put in my hands, but I don't like the button layout.
Yeah, I kinda, my only thing with these, my only thing with the newer games nowadays, it seems like they're making a lot less in them, and they're putting a lot more in them that not a lot of people are going to have time to go through. Like, it's ironic that in a generation, in a time where we're all about speed and efficiency and making things quick, easy, and fun, that our video games are the exact opposite of that. They're long, they take a lot of investments, they take up a lot of memory, and it seems like the games you would think would be popular were popular during a time where things were more chill and not as high-paced and in your face as they are now, like having a bunch of
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, they add way too much in these games, and the only people that have time to do all that are pretty much younger people with a lot to do with their time.
Yeah, I remember the new
Heretic Ninja in the chat saying, I would definitely be down for a tournament for Mutant Football League. And I have an idea on that, but I'll let you finish your thought, what you were talking about, because I think it's a good point.
I think it was like, what was I gonna say? It was like, oh man. Oh yeah, like Red Dead 2, like the whole game, like took up a whole console. And they still released updates. Oh man.
That's enough of Wham Newton.
Dang it. Well, I have backup.
You know, we're in Chicago, right? And Tim Kittro, he lives in Chicago. We play at D-Men Tap. I feel like it would be the perfect bar to have a small tournament of this game in. And have Tim Kittro there.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let's see. Definitely, because. All right, we'll smear.
All about
number
this.
7.
This guy's running like an old guy looking for a bathroom. First down.
Now you're going with the backup.
Oh man.
There we go.
Yeah, I was wondering, because for a while you guys were doing unique tournaments, and I know that you guys kind of slowed down on that for a little bit.
Yeah. The problem was that a lot of the guys playing were going to so many of these tournaments that they wanted to practice. Come on, give me the fumble. Are you kidding me? This guy's still up.
Oh my god, my left guard. Oh, dang it. That was so close.
Heretic Ninja saying, sadly, going to Chicago is a problem because I can't drive.
Oh, wow. You got lost a lot of guys.
Yeah. I just pretty much lost my whole defense. That last play, the only way it could have went worse for me is if you scored a touchdown there, too.
Oh, with my left guard, that would have been a highlight right there. Oh man.
This is kind of like Space Invaders, only with zombies coming in. Nice pickup. Oh, you gotta watch out for those lines.
No.
Game over, baby.
I ran into a landmine. I feel like I could be so much better with that.
Congrats, fellas. You've lived up.
Dang it, I didn't get any too.
We are all tied up and set to kick off the second half.
Speaking of all tied up,
Another 7-7 at halftime.
Yeah. But yeah, I noticed like they're doing less and less games over time and putting more and more in them, and I don't know if I like that. I kind of think there's a little bit lost in the variety of choice, because then all you have is like, because then you have games like, I just noticed like a game like Grand Theft Auto, like they put so much effort in the story mode and people just end up modding it, have people like Darth Vader lifting stuff and throwing it to buildings, and you kind of wonder what was the point of all that if people Because it's not even the game anymore, it's just a blueprint for, like, something else.
Yeah.
So you kind of
see
wonder...
what you're saying.
Like, they put all this... They put the effort in the wrong areas, I feel like. I feel like they think that people want, like, all the, like, the great graphics and everything, which is great. I love the graphics, but I feel like they're kind of missing the point of just, you know, having it just be a fun game with options and variety instead of just...
I think over time it may get back to that. I mean, there's a lot of indie games out there and stuff, but the thing about making new games today is they're actually competing with the games of the past too.
Yeah, definitely. Like a great example, like the Madden game. I mean, geez. I mean, like, for example, imagine if... I wonder when was the last time John Madden actually played one of his games. Because
I don't know about this anymore, guys.
Yeah, like, oh my god, if he played... I mean, imagine if you played Madden 19. I mean, I want... and then played, like, Madden, like, 09 or something. Like, a Madden from, like, 10 years, or even 2K5 even. That would have been interesting to see how he would react to that, because... I knew when he wanted...
Heretic Ninja's saying Mike is cutting out every once in a while. Is it my mic or Fenn's mic? Let me know.
Ah, shoot.
There we go. Got a lead. Yeah, so... You know, back on in the Super Nintendo days, how many different football games were there to play by different companies? It was probably like, you know, 10 NFL games from different companies.
Yeah, I mean, there was a ton, and I kind of miss that a little bit, because you got different ideas and stuff. Like, I saw, like, when you guys did NES Play Action Football, and I'm like, this game can't be good. And then I saw you guys play, I'm like, I can see something here. I mean, it's not perfect, because 15-minute quarters without simming or options, that's just unbearably long. But there's a lot in it, though, like the depth and the play selection that's actually pretty ahead of its time almost to a degree. I mean,
I don't have the patience for that game.
Yeah, I kind of...
It's too slow.
Yeah, that's why I probably don't really do story modes for games all that much, just because nowadays they rely so much on cutscenes. And I don't mind if a game like, let's say, Mortal Kombat has a story mode, then they have, like, Play Now and all these other various game options, that's one thing. But for a game to be exclusively, like, story mode fuel, I just feel like it's a little bit asking a lot, at least for me.
Cutscenes really should only belong if they're, like, doing, like, ESPN NFL 2K5 or how NBA 2K20 does... You know, the Shaq, Kenny...
Oh, yeah.
Thing where they give their analysis. But the cutscene where they're doing these story modes with the creative player, I mean, I couldn't care less about that.
Yeah, and the thing is that it's a double-edged sword, because if they were good enough, I just would want to see it in a movie. And if they were bad enough, then you're just wasting time. Either way, it's a waste. And I'd rather just have them... You see, if a cutscene... The cutscene should bridge the gameplay, not the other way around. If the gameplay bridges the cutscene, then that's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting, but a game like this, it's all about the gameplay. You know, there's really not... See, you had the shotgun right there. It's not easy to use.
Yeah, I don't even know what button was to shoot. I just took it on the whim.
I think you shoot with circle, but it's not... You gotta actually aim and hit people, or else it doesn't do much.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fourth down, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to... come on, dang it. That was my shot.
Got it back. We got. That's like the lightning strike in Mario Kart 64.
Oh, yeah. I actually haven't played 64 before. That's something I still have to shoot for.
You never played it?
I have never played on 64. I don't. My video game experience is very limiting. I didn't grow up playing a whole lot of video games. That's why I've exploded with over the years. Just because I've gone almost my whole life being. When I grew up, it was mostly like plug-and-play TV games and PC games, like Age of Empire and all that kind of stuff, and online arcades like Ancon Arcade and all that. I mean, I didn't like the games I mentioned before. Those were the games I played on the console. And there was also like Guitar Hero 2, of course, but yeah, there wasn't a lot. So
yeah, you missed out some great times in the Nintendo 64.
Oh yeah. Oh, come on, get it. Yes.
How did that happen? See
Nice.
that? What actually happened there? I thought it was going in for a touchdown.
Oh, I hope that doesn't make me lose the turnover, because if it does, then that's pretty much the game.
I think it probably will. I bribed the ref a long time ago, just nothing good has happened for
yeah.
you.
Yeah, that was probably it. Ooh.
No, there's still a lot of time left. The way this game is, you don't know what the heck's going to happen.
Yeah.
First down and 5.
Rolls it. Cypher Rocket with his second touchdown. Oh, man. Guess not. We're going to have to kill the ref. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, just kill him.
They say we're mad as hell and not going to take it anymore.
When I was playing sports ball gaming, who was in the chat earlier, he's really good at the game, but he was completing these passes that, like, I had double coverage on guys, and I'm like, how is this happening? And he's like, you know, there's a meta game to, like, beating, like, basically punching the guy to get open.
Oh wow, yeah.
Well, the ball's in the air, and I'm just like, you know, that's just something that I've never considered as part of a football game.
Yeah, because I remember when Mike, when he played, he always said he has to control every aspect of it. He didn't want any AI assistance, and I'm like, that's a lot of work and effort for something like this, especially for a game like Madden 19. Because he did that with those Madden games, and I was like, and for me, I'm just like, I just wanted to play and not think about it too much, but for those people who get uber competitive, they may like that, but for me, I'm fine with a little AI assistance with some of the stuff.
Heretic Ninja saying, wow, the stuff they come up with for bribing the refs are just funny. Yeah, this game has a great sense of humor, both the commentary and the text that you see on the screen.
And I think that's what sells it for me the most, just kind of this awareness. Because some of that's the biggest reason why I just, oh man.
Well, a lot of these games just forget to be fun. You know, whether it's making you laugh or just funny things happen in the gameplay. When you're focusing on these hyper-realistic sports games all the time, sometimes it does take the fun out of it.
Yeah, like, and that's the thing about...
we were playing NFL 2K a couple weeks ago, or not even 2 weeks ago, and the thing that we noticed... Oh, wow, that's going to be another touchdown.
I don't know how I couldn't pick it up. I don't know what happened there.
Even though that game's simulation, some of the tackles are like wrestling moves in that game. Like just flipping them over your head, tossing them. So it adds an extra element of fun to that game when you're seeing these suplex tackles.
Oh yeah, and that's why I love about like those other games is that just that extra in oh they're kidding. Yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed a lot of those other ones. Like even when I played Madden 01, like I've been doing the franchise mode review, I was like, man, how is this more fun than 19? It just is. It's just the newer stuff. Like for example, like Maximum Football. The gameplay itself is very like simplistic. There's not a lot of like it doesn't really do anything innovative except there's a knee down button where you can pick a knee. But
okay.
But it's
I saw some of the hits in that game and they look fun. Like some of the tackles like are just
oh yeah, the tackling's fun. The presentation is I'm not gonna lie, the presentation, there's not a ton of it, but I don't really mind it considering that presentation for most sports games isn't very good, that I don't mind that they didn't tackle that.
Yeah.
Although I would have liked a bit more extra into it, but if you're just gonna go for the gameplay, it's pretty fun. The gameplay, especially if you're playing against someone.
Heretic Ninja in the chat saying, the thing these days, all we see is realism. We need more arcade-style sports and racing games.
Yeah, I agree. Because the thing about video games is that imagination is the biggest thing. Showing off the imagination is the biggest thing. And when you make something too realistic, you take a lot of it out of it, and it kind of, the magic's gone. It becomes just kind of like this thing where it feels more like a chore to do. Like, well, for example,
yeah, and you're trying to simulate reality close as you can as possible, and it's just never gonna be 100%. So then you get hyper criticized for every little thing that's not hyper realistic, but that's not even necessarily what people want. They just want the game to be fun.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, and you can be realistic, but still be fun. Because like a little things like 2K, for example, the fun stuff is just the way it's presented. I mean, the gameplay itself isn't super arcadey, but it's just the way it's presented and the style and everything makes it fun. So it's doable. You can make sim stuff fun. You don't have to take all the life out of it. And that's the cool part about Maximum Football is that even though you can tell they were kind of aiming for a sim style, there's a lot of fun stuff to it. Like you can custom make so much. Like Doug Flutie is like in the game in like every single mode of the like Canadian. The Canadian mode, the pro mode, and the college mode, and like they although you can't use college teams in the play now mode, you can only use pro and Canadian.
Are there any other former NFL players that are in that game, or is it just him?
It's just Doug Flutie, and Doug Flutie's perfect though for that kind of game because of his career between being great in college and the CFL and the NFL. He's a perfect representative of the triple threat that game is with the ability to do all that stuff. Because you can even choose like you can even choose how long you want the play clock to be. I don't remember that option in a lot of games, and it's very in depth.
I figure at some point I will get that game. I hope that maybe they can come out with a physical release, or for me it'd be a price drop because with all the other games that I play, I just don't see myself making a ton of time for it, but I would like to experience it for sure.
Yeah, I do know they're pretty hardcore on not going to do the hard copy release, but they are very adamant about making updates. Like immediately from day one, they already said they were working on a patch update on all the stuff that people had issues with already, and they communicate on Twitter and everything. So they're very on making it better, and they kind of have competition a little bit with Access Football. I did hear that that they're kind of more for their sims more aimed toward the professional style, and even because a lot of the Maximum Football, a lot of the terminology and a lot of the play formations are kind of Canadian football based a little bit, although they were working on a patch to kind of make that a little bit more fluent with the American. But I did hear that the gameplay wasn't as good though.
Yeah.
So it's a gamble, but
the thing is, people are more patient with these small development studios that are trying because they are frustrated with being the only option for football that can represent their favorite players in the NFL being Madden. So there's a lot of patience for that kind of thing. Because
they actually listen instead of just be like, oh yeah, we'll introduce this mode we already had like 10 to 15 years ago and pretend it's new even though it's not.
Right. All right, well, I'm going to end the stream here. I could stay on the chat for a little bit after, but yeah, Fenn, thanks for playing. Fenn is he does the Camping Company YouTube channel, and obviously he's a big sports game enthusiast as well.
Yes, we also have a Discord that's a link in the channel too, so if anyone wants to hit me and Mike up, and even Corey said hi in the chat earlier, she's getting involved too, so yeah, we do all sorts of different stuff. We like to do requests when we can. It's just something, it's an entertainment channel where we do whatever we like to do and cover what we like to cover, and it's just good fun.
Well, thanks for playing. I got you 2-1 this time. We'll have to meet again, maybe Mutant Football League or one of these other sports games.
Oh yeah, definitely. I have to dig for some good PS4 stuff. I don't know if PS3 still has online stuff, but I'll be digging. Yeah,
the PS4 is great because not only can you play online, you could stream right through the console while you're doing it. You can't really have better features than what the PlayStation 4 has. That's why it reigns supreme in this console era.
Yeah, definitely.
That's all. Yeah, that's all I'm waiting for really with them but Xbox is doing it, but the options aren't as good. But yeah, I'm gonna end the broadcast now. Everyone who's watched, thank you. This was a best of 3 series between me and Fenn, and take care.